There's something about the purple color represents royalty. That's what I was told when I was a young tyke running in these urban streets. What's going on, everybody? How y'all feel out there? STL guy, Provo, top of everything to you. What we doing? Westcott Crypto, I see what you're doing out here in these crypto streets, okay? I see what this guy is doing out here. He just catapulted himself to the stratosphere. Okay, salute to Westcott Crypto and all his endeavors. Much success to the young brah. I see you, man. Thank you, Provo. Thank you, man. You're always looking out. You're always looking out. You know, I want everybody to be well. I want everybody to stay dangerous. I want everyone to be vigilant. What are we doing? But you know, I don't know what we doing. I know what I'm doing. Even though what we do is wrong. They shut my channel down the other day because I was trying to help a frat brother of mine spread the word. He's going through something very difficult because he has a relative that's missing, and YouTube just, before I even upload, it was just a 2-minute clip, and I'm trying to spread the word. I didn't really think about violating any policy on purpose, and they just cut my channel down. Removed it, no claim, nothing. No strikes, nothing. And I'm trying to share the word to help a friend of mine, you know, with this family member, which is something I would do for anyone if it came across my desk. And like on a personal level, and especially if he gave me, I asked him, can I share the information? He said, yeah. So I shared it on social media. I said, social media specifically? He said, yeah, share it. So prayers goes out to him and everyone who's going through hardship like that, like who has a loved one of theirs who's missing. You know, that's a situation I can't even imagine what you know, him and others are going through. I really can't imagine. But here we are. Look, this is day number 8. Because a week ago, last Friday, we were reveling. At this time, we were just like inching, stressing, anticipating in great anticipation for Pulse Chain and Pulse X. And it happened May 12th. And here we are, May 19th, 7 days later. The first week, this has been the first week we lived through history. We came in at ground zero, right? It's the first time I personally came in at, you know, ground zero as far as with anything, you know, any blockchain, any smart contract, whatever platform, DEX. And we're learning a lot. We're learning a lot to the point where I'm really not trying to be blinded while I'm learning, you know. Godfather J6, salute. I'm really not trying to be blinded by euphoria. You know, you got to approach this with a level head. Calm, be balanced, and chill. Because when you get caught in the mania, like right now, a great deal of people are really upset about Richard and the way he, you know, the bridge is functioning. You know, I know it's not good to be waiting days right? It's not good to, crypto pay. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning to you too. You know, it's not good to wait so long, right? But it's when you're in something new, and for me, for example, it's uncharted territory. And I think it's uncharted for a lot of other people as well. We're excited and we just want to just Geronimo right all up in the Pulse Bridge and run with it, man. We've been trying to believe, not trying, we've been anticipating and waiting and enduring a lot of changes and just like suffering, right? Like for the last 22 months. Oh, it's here, running, and then everyone is like elbow, shoulder to shoulder. You can't get in, so it's just congested, and it's taking days. Right now, it's taking days. It's taking days for transactions to go through as far as the bridge. Some people got in, bless their hearts, but it's like first come, first serve basis, right? Like, wow. It's folks are just eager. People want to be relieved in every shape, form, and fashion, and even instantly relieved, like instant gratification and all that stuff. Um, man, I've been very critical of Richard, like last year up to this point, in the sense where, although I was really, I've been hopeful too, and spreading the word as best as I can through my channel regarding Pulse Chain, Pulse X, Hex, etc. I was also critical of Richard too, and that's not really going to change, because you have to see the good and the bad in all things, or kind of like the pros and cons of stuff. I wasn't really a fan of the outrage marketing and all this stuff at all. I knew it wasn't for folks like us. It was just to garner attention. But at the same time, people see that a lot of things are going on. There's a lot of spending going on, a lot of stuff, and we waiting, anticipating something to happen without having expectations, but secretly everybody having expectations. You know what I'm saying? And if I wanted to be 100% critical, I would say, the bridge right now is the only thing that I wish was working better than it's working right now. Pulse Chain seems to be fine. Pulse X seems to be fine. But the bridge, nah. The bridge is woo. Refined hayseed appellation says Canada Federales not accepting Hex. Wow. Well, I don't know if any federales are accepting Hex anywhere. Thank you, CryptoPay, for the sentiment. I appreciate that. I do it because I appreciate it, and I do it for all y'all good people. And good people like Alan Fizame in the building. Alan Fizame in the building. And I didn't realize there was a Bitcoin conference taking place. And it's weird, right? A Bitcoin conference taking place. Well, I did, but I didn't think it was this weekend. And how about, I saw a clip on Twitter with a guy who looks like Hotep Jesus, and is circulating all day. And the guy is I guess he's being interviewed in the Bitcoin conference, and got like 500,000 views, this clip. And he's saying to the people, if he has to give away his keys and give somebody custody of his crypto, he'll gladly do it and pay 5%. Because if something happens, he doesn't want to own his keys. He doesn't want to own his crypto. If something happens in the custody of somebody else, he'll know who to go after. And You know, people are giving him a lot of backlash, rightfully so, especially if you're on the crypto side of things. You know, everything is really on us. You're the owner of everything. You're supposed to be, at least, in control of everything. You're supposed to own your keys. You're supposed to not deal with any third parties whatsoever, or trust at least any third parties. And for him to send that type of message, the guy looks like this guy, Hotep Jesus. I thought it was Hotep Jesus. I can't really zoom into the thing too much to see him, but Hotep Jesus is a, personality in social media who's interviewed people and talks about different things or whatever. I don't really listen to him, but I know of him, and I guess he's pro. I guess I thought he was like pro slightly different revolutionary things, like being your own self-custody. And whether it's him or not, for that narrative to have been said today in the Bitcoin conference and the arena, and 500,000 views and counting, sort of like it counteracts everything that we've been doing on the DeFi side of things. Not even in crypto, because there's crypto people that really, believe it or not, believe in what this guy said, that they don't want to be responsible. Can you imagine? We've been programmed this way. We've been programmed, like he went to a private school, he didn't make it 8 ball. He wouldn't make it 8 ball. His name is Terrence, and he's got real. Oh, are you for real? Is this true? His name is Terrence, and he's got real good parents. I mean, I'm glad he got good parents, but is that his name? Okay, that man got roasted so hard. Just chicken pudding. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's gonna be cringe when he looks back and he's delivering this message to people without really, and maybe that's his truth. Maybe that is his truth. Like, if that's his truth, then that's his truth. Who am I to judge? You could, because I've seen over the years, I've even experienced it where I've helped onboard people onto crypto, all the way from their first acquisition all the way to securing their crypto in a wallet, in a cold wallet. And when I handed them when they received the cold wallet in their possession with their crypto seeds and everything, they were shook, scared, frightened, like scared to death. And I'm looking at him like, why are you so? But I understood it. People are really buying into this thing by your man Klaus Schwab and all of his counterparts and everyone in who's a part of his enclave. Have nothing and be happy. Have nothing and be happy, and justify it with fervor. Like, I'm gonna pay the 5%. Because if something happens to my crypto and blah, 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 and you lose it, I'm going after you. I'm going after you, buddy. Why put yourself in that position in the first place? Why? That man got roasted, so yeah, I had to give 90% away to a new community bank to help me hold my heavy key. But too many federales. Wow, in Canada it's like that, huh? We're programmed to believe that it feels wrong too. Like, we can't trust ourselves. Imagine that. Is that something? Is that how we were reared? Is that part of our upbringing to grow and learn to entrust, lend our power to an institution because the institution will take care of our power better than we can because they promise to pay us for holding our power? And what they pay is basically an insult by way of savings account percentages. I never understood that. Even as a child, I never understood it. Mommy, yeah, where could I put my money so I could make it multiply? Oh, in the coffee can. No, I mean for real. Under the mattress. No, for real. The shoebox. No. Okay, the bank. Put in the bank. And then as I grew in my young teenagehood, and I saw the numbers on paper that the banks were paying for you to hold your money there, and I'm like, there is no way you could become rich doing this. Not with no 0.01, 0.02% a year. There is no way. And then in my mind, as simple as that was in that time, I said, oh, they just want us to just keep putting more money and more money and more money in these banks. Maybe that's the only way you might see something decent, but it's still crumbs. It's still an insult because the money that you keep piling in is losing value anyway. The money you keep trying to collect to put in these banks is losing value anyway. It's scary. It's scary, whiskey business. Not even risky. It's whiskey business. Shout out to Murder Moon. You know? And here we are, right? And we talk about just crypto in general, but you know I like what I like, right? Yo, folks are getting paid every day. And more than just 0.02% daily, like a year. More than just 0.02% a year. You're getting paid every day. Getting paid every day. But people prefer to trust, to lend their trust outside of themselves to someone else who doesn't even hold all your money. If you should you fall on some kind of situation for you to go run to the bank, you can't even take it out. You can't even take it all out. First of all, you're going to be going through an interrogation process. Okay, sir, Mr. Wonder, how can I help you today? Well, I'd like to, close my account. Really? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. We appreciate your business. Can I please have your credentials and information? You give your information, blah, 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 blah. And then they look at the numbers and they're like, one moment, sir. And then they leave like you just slid a note, like you just slid something to them on a note. They leave, the teller leaves, grab somebody in the back, and then both of them come to you, and all of a sudden you're feeling like you're the villain, and meanwhile it's your bread, and Mr. Wonder, I'm gonna have you speak to Mrs. Oppressor right here. She's going to help you further with your situation. I'm like, yo, where's my money, man? Where's my money? Where I got talk? Where's my money? And this has happened to me. This has happened to me. So I sit down and I'm getting interrogated by Mrs. Oppressor, right? The bank manager. Yes, so I see here that you're to close or give me my money. Yeah, oh, you're right. Is there any reason why you want to close your account, Mr. Wonder? Can I have my money? Yes, yes, yes. Sure, sure. You can have your. But why are you getting so? Why are you raising your voice at me? And then her eyes start looking at security. I wasn't that irate and rude. I was just getting annoyed. Like the hands, the needles in my hands were tingling. Like, all right, where's my money, y'all? Where's my money? I'm sweating for no reason. It's my bread. It's my bread. Give me my bread, man. Like, yo, I've been, hey, give me, hey. And it's not even a lot of money. It wasn't even that much. You would swear. You would swear. I was rolling through and doing some type of, like I'm coming with duffel bags, like in the movies, right? Like who? Pablo Escobar, right? Duffel bag, Biggie Smalls and Jay-Z back in the days. Ain't no nigga like that one I got. Like that video with the bags, like no, 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 no. I have to go through an interrogation process. I had to sit down for an hour. Can you believe it? Oh, see, Mr. Judy, you just gotta wonder. What you have to understand is, we just want to make sure that your funds clear. There's nothing for me. What does that have to do with me? What does that have to do with me? What you talking about? Yeah, Miss. An hour and change later, actually, I get my money and I leave with no interest, zero. That's the system I'm supposed to trust. What we doing? Even though what we do is wrong. What we doing? What we doing? What we doing out here? What's? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. And look. I appreciate the advancements that are taking place. We speaking a different language that was, now that we spoke a week and a half ago, right? Week and a half ago, we were discussing, man, this is gonna launch. Is it gonna launch? 2 weeks. I'm glad all that 2 weeks. Those memes, that stuff was crazy, driving people crazy. I'm glad that's done. But this bridge, what's good with this bridge? What is good with this bridge? I know it's a week. I know it's only been a week. But I feel like this bridge is treating me like Citibank. Yo, everybody run into is treating me like, Bank of America. Wells Fargo? What are we doing? What are we doing, man? What are we doing, man? I love that word sovereignty. I grew up learning about sovereignty, and I learned it from some poverty pimps. These poverty pimps were peddling information in the middle of Harlem, New York. And I thought I was working with something. I'm like, oh, you see? You see? You see what the man has done? You see? Go read your Black Law Dictionary, right? Learn about UCC code and all this stuff, right? Sovereignty. Learn about how these laws of this country do not apply to you. Okay? And I almost got in trouble. Fried. Because I allowed these poverty pimps to fill my head up with hope. And this was the early 90s. To fill my head up with hope. On my quest to be deprogrammed from trusting entities, these financial entities, and thinking that they would take care of us better than we can take care of ourselves. How foul is that? Why are we believing? Because we were programmed. We were programmed. Now this is the part of deprogramming. That Bitcoin guy today said he would pay 5% and give away his keys, man. Rest in peace to Hal Finney. How do you think the pioneers of this place, this arbitrary place and space that we call cryptocurrency would feel hearing something like that, yo? And there's people that feel like that. I would even imagine this is why this whole no expectation stuff. I'm so I'm so programmed. I'm talking about no expectations. It's not. You see, that has nothing to do with what we talking about right now. The mass adoption talk, where we think that the whole world is just going to happily adopt crypto. I don't believe is going to adopt crypto in the way that we adopted crypto, especially in DeFi. People love central finance. They love it more. They can't stomach a 95% dip in a day. They can't stomach it. They can't stomach being your own steward and in control. And like the term that this person said, sovereign. They can't stomach being personally responsible for your financial well-being and future. So this mass adoption thing, I think, is going to happen well beyond our years, well after, and hopefully the actions that some of us do now can help benefit our descendants and our communities for some time to come, to combat certain oppressive principles and programming that we've been under for over 100 years. This dollar bill is not worth what it was once worth in 1913. It's not worth $1. The dollar bill today is not worth the dollar, the power it had in 1913. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? But look, the narrative of continuously kowtowing and justifying paying a percentage to a third party so they can hold your money is quite sad. Is quite sad. Because how have they been successful in helping us? What have they done to help us? To help our parents, grandparents? How have they treated us? How are they going to treat our children, for those who have children, and our grandchildren, etc., etc.? No, their coffers continue to get filled while we continue to fill their coffers. No, it's time now for us, because this is what we're doing. It's time now for that paradigm to shift, and it's been shifting. It's been shifting. In our hands, in our control. This starts with the mind. It starts with what we want to believe. You know? James Doe, good to see you. Yeah, man, Mrs. Oppressor. She sat me down in an uncomfortable chair. You know what about these places, right? They're not warm and friendly. You look at them and you wonder. When I walk into like Citibank, right? I'm looking at the seating arrangements. I'm looking at these offers. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like, what are you offering people? I see people just comfortably sitting down. Sometimes I feel like walking is just sitting down too. Like, I'm like, you got nothing here that I want. Y'all just gonna sell me a bag of lies and violate my pockets. That's all they do. Like these comfortable settings, soft seats, couches, even water. One time I walked to a bank, they're like, would you like some water, Mr. Wonder? Hell fucking yeah. Sure. That's the least y'all can do for my 0.02% a year. Yeah, water. Is it? I'll get the cool. Yeah. And it's the triangle paper cup. The triangle pointy paper cup. I'm not getting a full 12 ounces. I'm not even getting a full. You're not even giving me a water bottle, man. A plastic water. Come on. What we doing? You know? Cash is still king. Cash is the king of being debased. It is still king for right now, yes. And it's the king of devaluation. Yes. Like that just irks, you know? It girds my loins. Like I'll just be like, yo, man, why are we praising this thing? Because this is the system. This is what it is. That's why all those countries that are trying to move away from the dollar, right? That are conspiring, those blocks, that story with the block countries that we were hearing about. I don't think that's going to be successful. I don't know. Exile Degen in the building. Salute, salute. 10K and a 9MM. Whoa. I hear you. I hear you. I think maybe done by design. Control the erratic emotion of buying and selling. Yeah, it's emotional. It's certainly emotional. Definitely emotional. Al Merlos in the building. Al Merlos in the building. We up in here. What we doing? What we doing? What up, Hexicans? My boy said, yo, what's up, man? What we doing? What we doing? OC, is that QC? My fault. QC Organics, great show. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. The bridge is controlling the wild, wild west. I'm trying to because I'm trying. No, it's not that I'm trying. Like, I don't own the bridge. I'm wilding out. I don't own the bridge. You know what I'm saying? The bridge is controlling the wild, wild west. And the wild, wild west, people are restless. People are pissed off. People are pissed off about the bridge. They're like, yo, Richie Rich, you got 1.7 billion for the people. Why isn't the bridge working, son? Yeah, like, folks are upset, and I can't be mad at the people who are pissed off because I understand it to a point. You know, I have to be fair. I have to. Like, there's no perfection in all this. I thought in my mind, when Pulse came out, oh man, the transactions were so delicioso. 0.00. I saw a transaction that was 0.00, 2 zeros and a figure and a number as far as gas fees. I was like, oh yeah. Yo, this was last Saturday, like in the morning. I'm looking at the gas. I'm like, yo, this is gonna be crazy. And then the afternoon, it all changed. I was suffering from some unit bias. Orion, what's happening? Alan says he is the bridge. Okay, he is the conduit from this point to the next point. Shout out to Alan. AFAM. Orion in the building. When those people in the community, because it's Hexicans in Jacula's community, so it is what it is, right? There's Hexicans in Jacula's community. And when Jacula launched, why would you launch Zen on Pulse, right? I'm like, yo, the guy, I'm like, dude, like, what's up with your grill, son? What are you doing? Like, people want to make money. I ain't mad at people making money, right? But you know, he tried to jam up Pulse Chain in the testnet phase, and now you launch Zen again for the 100th iteration of Zen. And the gas fees went through the roof. It pissed everybody off. Because to do a transaction that at one point cost, even I saw it as low as less than a Pulse a week ago for like 0.06, 0.02, like 10 and a number. And then it jumped to like 14,000 Pulse, 12,000 Pulse to do a transaction. And folks were bugging, folks were pissed off. And hey, I get it. I understood it. This was before the bridge. But look at what we're talking about now. But anyway, wait, this is before the bridge. But now we got the bridge, and everything is like slow motion because it's clogged. But I kind of expected, I had expectations on like to, as far as the bridge, I expected it to work because there was a chain that I don't care for, Matic. Oh, it's trash to me. Like I've used Matic, and the whole bridge experience, it wasn't bad, but I didn't care for it. I was trying to see what's up with Hex over there. I saw that Hex reached parity on Matic very fast, and I was like, oh, there's Hex on Polygon. Let me see what it does. And I had to bridge something to the bridge and use the bridge. It was definitely a 1 day thing. It didn't take more than an hour, or I think much less than that. You know, and now because everything is so clogged, Richard is showing on his tweets, like, for last I saw is 43%. 43%. The loading bar is up at 43% now. So we'll see how long it takes for it to get to 100. So everybody, because they say there's a lot of money that's waiting to come onto the to post side of things. Incentive token is doing crazy. I don't understand what the incentive token. What's the incentive for the? I guess it's an incentive for you to farm, and but after that, it remains to be seen. It seems like it's not going to be a lot of incentive tokens as much as there are Pulse X and Pulse Chain, but people are farming the crap out of some of the pairs and receiving a bunch of incentive tokens. And when you hear people talk about it, it makes you want to FOMO, like you want a piece of their action too. And that's part of the short-term volatility that happens within us. Like we feel like we're missing out. If you see, like, one of the people in Hex just said that they're staking, well, in the farming, they're getting 100 incentive tokens a day just sitting on their hands. That makes you feel like you're missing out doing stuff like that, just be careful. If you could afford to play that game, then you do it. It's not a joke though, because if you don't know what you're doing, and the whole thing with impermanent loss, one of the pairs of the coins you can lose. But if you rocking and rolling with two coins that you like and you don't mind losing one of them, you kind of win, right? Through a permanent loss or whatever. And if you're getting the incentive token, that joint is at $25. That is wild crazy. Like, look, we're watching things unfold right now. That's is astounding. Because for as much as I like to hold on to the good, there's a lot of other stuff going on that folks are very upset about, like very upset. There's people that made mistakes though, and they have to take responsibility for that. There's, a couple messages were sent out where people like nuked their whole bags of free coins they got, unfortunately. Messing with stable coins that weren't pegged to anything because they just wanted to rush into the situation. And, folks have been sounding the alarm this whole time, like, know what you're getting into, be careful, blah, 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 and wait, chill, whatever. And people nuke their bags, and it's crazy to nuke your bags after you waited so long for them, right? You could do whatever you want. Sell, buy, hold, trade. But I'm telling you, like, and I see Richie Rich is on a Twitter storm right now. He's just left and right with it, the Twitter. And people are eagerly waiting, including me, to hear what he gotta say. Like, you know, I know he said he was busy, but he's been, promoting spaces, Twitter spaces and stuff like that. But the people want to hear him talk. But folks will tell you he don't work for nobody. He'll say, but folks will tell you he don't work for nobody. He'll say it. He doesn't work for anybody. But in my opinion, which is not worth anything, Richard works for himself. And he's a marketer. He's a salesperson, right? He's an educator. He shares information. And it's information that's supposed to help people. So he needs to help himself by sitting on a live and just letting it rip. Just talk to the people, say something. I hear that, one of the streamers that are holding the guy that's doing the conference, heading the conference, that Richard might possibly join. I don't know how sure that is or whatever, but he says he's doing great. But I hope he is. And my most selfish request is for him to sit in his high chair. And where's the candle? Where's the candle set up? Like, he might, I don't know. It looked like he's just been, I don't know. I don't want to put crazy stuff out there, but I like to hold on to the fact that we have a lot to look forward to. Certain things you can question, of course. I'm not one who is brainwashed, because I've given Richard, in my own way, I've given him my opinions and how I felt last year with the outrage marketing and all this stuff you're doing, you balling out of control, and then, you just, I don't know. But I'm glad he delivered what he's delivered, except for the way this bridge is acting right now. We know it's early. Let's make it, let's keep the hopes up as far as like, make this thing work. It's supposed to be working and making improvements to it. Look at the chat. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure they all want to be filthy rich. Look, that's hey hey, we certainly can be, right? If we do the right things. You're right, and not act like my man from in the Bitcoin conference talking about giving his keys away to somebody and paying that person or entity 5%. These numbers that we could potentially face are mind-boggling. They're staggering. Like it's I mean, it's crazy. Like, I look at how the numbers right now, hovering around the sacrifice price. And because I missed Hex, so I don't know what that was. I missed getting involved with Hex hard body, like adoption amplifier and pre-big payday and all that. But I'm looking at these numbers. I'm looking at how people are very excited to use, even at a small scale, because where we at right now is still relatively small scale. And billions of pulse chain are being, not billions, but a lot. I don't know if it's billions, probably, but definitely billions of pulse X are getting burned daily. Pulse chain is getting burned too. both deflationary. But post X, I think, is getting burned at a higher rate. Oh man, like if we do the right thing, it's gonna be a celebration. If we do the right thing, man. If people hold, they will. Smaller fish play with time. Big fish pay with fiat to cut the line. 100%. 100%. 100%. I understand that too. The small people play with time. The small like us, the bottom of the totem pole, the minnows. Look, man, we greater than a damn minnow, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that category stuff. I don't like I don't like the category. Oh, whale, megalodon, orca, whale, super sea mammal, maximum, most greatest, largest amphibian mammal game, water, and then you have all the way sperm cell at the bottom. It does something. I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know, man. Self-worth. But what we doing? Look, I said something recently that a good person I respect about in the background, and it was in regards to something about when I say I don't care, right? And I gotta say it again, because when I say who cares and who cares and who cares, it's not because I really don't care and I'm indifferent and disconnected with what's going on. It's because I actually do care, and I could get real caught up in stuff. And in the grand scheme of things, we always have to go back to protecting our own interests in whatever aspect and ways that mean. Because a lot of people, like how right now I'm saying what I'm saying about the gentleman that mentioned he would pay 5% to give his private keys away to an entity to hold for him, trusting somebody else, which is not crypto, and sounding the alarm and telling people that that is not what crypto is. Many people don't care. And when I say who cares, is because I'm caring enough to talk about it, to say, oh no, that's not the way, that's not what this is supposed to be in truth. But a lot of people don't care, and that's the example you get. It's the example. Miami's supposed to be a crypto or Bitcoin city now. Bitcoin friendly, crypto friendly. But the folks over there, you're hosting, or you're having people speak about things that are not really pro crypto in a way. They're changing the narrative. Like they just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. And I want to salute to people who are tirelessly marketing, tirelessly working and trying to spread the word, you know, in this community, who are trying to like put just apply a lot of effort and energy and time and their own money to spread the word. Because I don't have, like, I have obligations. I don't have time freed up like that to do that. But I know that it has a purpose, and spreading the word and going to places like Bitcoin conference, you might reach one person out of how many that might need to hear something good to help them understand. Trusting somebody else in a sense of an institution or a third party is not really what crypto is, you know. Meanwhile, on our end here, we know without knowing that Richie Richie Rich owns the majority of what he says he doesn't own as far as the OA. Oh man, that's part of the reason why it's like I don't know if decentralization 100% actually works, like complete 100% decentralization. When I was in different communities and leading up to, before I got into Hex, I saw and I tried to adhere to and understand and learn about decentralization and using these tools, these blockchains, these cryptos in a decentralized way, running your own node, peer-to-peer, blockchain, over OTC stuff and things of that nature, and learning a bunch of different things. But then you understand that there's some level of centralization that's present, even when you think something is 100% decentralized. There's some level of centralization that's present. Like it kind of, I think about it like even with Bitcoin, the majority, the top holders hold the majority of the coins. And then you have people greedily scooping them up. And it's the oldest crypto, like the oldest tech out of what's current. It's clunky, leaves a lot to be desired. We just forked Ethereum, well, not us, but Ethereum just got forked. And Ethereum is also a work in progress, just like Pulse Chain will be a work in progress. Upgrades, they got to upgrades, they got to do upgrade and do things over time. And it's slow moving, so it helped me learn, wow, this thing does take time. How long did it take Ethereum to really to push to, proof of stakes? What, 7 years? 6, 7 years? It's a lot. But then Ethereum shows me some ways that they're now, even before there's some signs of centralization in my own opinion, and now as it stands with proof of stake, it seems like it's more centralized than anything else, and it's number 2 in the world. I don't know. We're living through history. I want to say something else before I let you fine people go. There's a content creator who I respect. I respect many content creators in this space, but I saw Thought's Child's episode yesterday, and he expressed that today is going to be his anniversary of his show, and that it might be, not might, but he said it's going to be like his final show. I hope that's not what happens. I hope that's not his final show, because like I like his material, I like what he offers. Not many people we can't like everyone's stuff and content, so it's what it is. But he has a following too. Bless his heart, I wish he was on this thing. I don't like talking about people like that if they're not even here. But I gotta get my game up, man. When we cake up, I'm gonna start doing some better streams. Might get a better microphone or something like that. Set up. Who knows? Going back to, I hope tonight's not his last stream. I know he was expressing displeasure and how, his last stream is happening on the time when there's a conference, online conference in the community, and how most people are going over there. Look, I don't have a large audience, and I still talk. I still do what I do. I get it, but I don't do this for popularity. I do this because I enjoy it. That's me. I'm not saying that that's how he should look at it. I just wouldn't want to see him leave because he might feel like he's wasting his time. I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't think that's necessarily true about wasting time, but I get it though. Like, we all are in our own lanes though, you know? We all are in our own lanes. What else is going on for our jet? Well, listen, I feel like we you know, like I'm personally, I'm a bit more relieved, but I need to be 100% relieved. I'm not 100% relieved yet because this bridge thing is like, yo, what's up? But I know time. This is the first week. You know what I'm saying? Like, so gotta be realistic. I can't say that all this, you know, blah blah blah. This is the first week. It's the first time for many of us that we got into something at zero. And it's all up from here. And most layer ones have done decent in crypto. Most layer ones. And this is not just any layer one. You know, and then a lot of us got in at zero with Pulse X. It's not just any. The part about it too that I understand that was also, I want to say, that was brought to my attention when I saw how people were buying crypto. Black Levin in the building, Black Levin in the building. Salute, man. When I saw how people were acquiring like Pulse X and Pulse Chain under the sacrifice price, I was like, wow. Wow. And I couldn't think about it too long. I just kept it moving. I was just rambling the other day like I'm rambling now. But when I saw that, I kind of was like, man, oh, that kind of, that just, whomever acquired Pulse Chain and Pulse X under the sacrifice price, they don't know how. And if they're new coming into, they have no idea how fortunate they are. They have no idea what they just escaped that we had to endure. I saw the thing was at 4 zeros and a number, and people bought a bunch. And I was like, oh, snap. Man. You know, like, I'm like, yo, they skipped the line. They skip. They skipped the line. They got something. They didn't even have to do anything with sacrifice, the rates, bonus rates. They just went, hey, God bless them. If they were new and they didn't know, and they didn't know what we went through, that's why I think at some point in the future, somebody should do something like how, and it's, you know, no expectations, but somebody should do something like how Alex from Hedron set something up where, like a sacrificer, like if as sacrifices, those of us who sacrifice, yo, airdrop us a blessing stemming from the day that we sacrifice up to the present, because that's what Hedron did. Like, people who were staking their native hex stakes could have been from day one, received free Hedron up until the point Hedron was launched. Many people dumped it though, but you get my point. Like, because the 2 years, that was something, man. That was frustrating. I mean, very difficult. Very, very difficult, especially witnessing things that we didn't want to necessarily witness. I didn't like how Richie Rich was performing a lot last year. Like some of the things, it just was like, yo, come on, bro. Like, who's in your corner, bro? Like, you need to be around some cool people that are not gonna yes you to death and are gonna tell it to you and give it to you raw, like sushi. Like, yo, nah, bro, this ain't it. Yeah, man, do that. Nah, bro, this ain't it. Not a bunch of yes people. I'm speculating. I don't know anything. I don't know him. He don't know me. But I'm like, some of the things he's doing, like, come on, son. Like, you know? People scooped up those bags at a fraction of a fraction. And still now are doing it. Because it's still 4 zeros. No, is it? No, I'm bugging out. Never mind me. Do your research. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think PulseX is at 4 zeros last I checked. Pulse Chain is at 3 zeros or 1 5 last I checked. The 5 is higher than the sacrifice rate, right? Folks don't sleep. Not financial advice. This is a win, man. This is a win for people who wanted to get in and who went through this bridge right now. It's a win for you. You know what I'm saying? It's a win for people who wanted to get in and went through the bridge and is on the Pulse Chain side of things. It's a win for y'all. But it's not a win for a lot of other people right now, depending on how you look at it. If you stuck in the bridge and been stuck for days and you're wondering, yo, come on, man. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know? But that's it, people. That's it. Nothing else much going on besides that. Peace and love and prosperity and goodwill and fortune. And folks, let's practice some analytical thinking, critical thinking too. And balance it. Let's balance it out. I need this bridge to clear. I need this bridge to clear. Not because I'm stuck on the bridge, but because I'm stuck on the bridge. You know what I'm saying? I need this bridge to clear. And everyone else so that we can freely transact. Remove the picket signs. Remove the picket signs on the bridge. It's pulse season. It is. It is, right? How about that? Pulse season. It is. And these news outlets are still kind of like whatever about it. Who cares? Who cares? But it is pulse season. Wow. You're watching farms build up. You're watching, you could participate in liquidity pools. You're seeing coins come over. I think there was a pair that was EHEX and PulseX. You could farm, and hey, in that case, if there's a impermanent laws that way, you're still getting something that you wanted anyway. So it's like, depending on how you see it, you could be winning. Depending on how you see it. I don't know. Again, the incentive token is looking so special. I don't know. I'm chilling. I'm chilling and watching. And remembering that we have a while to go. A while to go, but at least we're given something that, we were gifted something at zero. Like at when I say at zero, because at ground zero, sacrifice was done. This wasn't necessarily free, people. We had to sacrifice. This wasn't free. It was free for legal ramifications and all that, but let's be for real. You know, real talk. Well, I need to see a little bit something though from Richie Rich right now. That's me on a selfish, personal level. I need to see, what we doing? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Let's get it. All right, y'all. Peace.